All right, y'all, what is up? Welcome to another episode.
Hello, happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Actually, it's not really Monday for us. It's
For us,
Sunday. But yeah. We have a helper today. We're back in the kitchen. Anytime we're in the kitchen, we always have a little girl who would love to be a part of it. So today, I don't know about you all, but there's something happening in the air. And it's called warmer weather.
Oh, I was going to say allergy season.
I mean, that too. Allergies are definitely starting. But I don't know, like I've always been one to be like, no, I don't ever get seasonal depression. I'm not until like the sun hits and I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's warm out.
I can breathe. Look at this. So yeah. So today, it is, like I said, it's Sunday. And we did church and now we're home. And what we usually do most of the time is for lunch, we'll throw something in the crock pot like that morning. And then that way we're home, it's there. But occasionally, especially when the weather is really nice, we love to do picnics with the kids, picnic lunches. Do you like a picnic? Yeah, we do. We love it. Even if it's just a blanket in the yard, like just a simple, sometimes it's on the porch, depending on how, like what the weather's done or whatever. Just anytime that we can be outside in this early spring, because we know it's going to be warm or cold again in a couple of days.
Yeah.
So anytime we can get outside with the kids and do something a little different with the kids, we want to do that. So we're going to make lunch today. A picnic lunch.
Yeah, we're back in the kitchen, so yes. The girls have their fancy glasses.
Yes, Israel has chocolate milk, and I've got Diet Coke sitting over here. This seems like a good time to make an announcement. We have our very own. Whoopsie, you go, Sissy? Yeah? Okay. We have our very own Addair's Farmhouse fancy glasses. I know that you can't quite see them, but we're going to put them on the website.
Here, I'll take them.
Well, it says, because cooking is better with a drink in a fancy glass. And then it has our logo on the other side. These are pretty awesome.
I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so these are awesome. They're going to go on the website. The only difference is the writing or the engraving is going to be in white instead of black. So you can see them whenever you've got liquid in them, but they're really pretty. And my very favorite part is that they are locally made. This is not some company that we're sending it off to. We know the lady. She's a very sweet girl. She's going to take the orders, make them, and ship them out. So yeah, they'll be on the website. So they're going to be on the website. You can get your own fancy glass.
Yes.
Woo-hoo!
And they're made to order, right?
Made to order. Yep, they're made to order. Yeah. So
what's on the menu?
Yeah, let's rain this train. So the menu today is we're doing chicken BLT chopped wraps. We do those because for anybody who doesn't like vegetables, it seems like if you cut them up really small, it's easier to eat. And I know, like, what adult can't suck it up enough to eat vegetables? It's me. Okay, it's me. But when I cut them up really small, I'll eat them. I don't know why. Whatever. We're going to do a pasta salad, and we're going to do homemade potato chips. I'm very excited about the homemade potato chips. And then for dessert, a house favorite, we do a very simple berries and cream cake where we just take like an angel food cake and we like slice it, and we'll do layers of cream and strawberries and blueberries, and then another layer of cake, and then the same, and then top it off. But because we're trying to transport them, we're just going to do mini ones of those. So that's what we got.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, girl. You drank it all. Okay, I'll put this up.
Hey y'all, we're Josh and Rebecca Addair, and we are so proud to share our story with you. From being raised in a small coal mining town of Matewan, West Virginia, to moving to our dream home in East Tennessee.
When we first laid eyes on our 110-year-old farmhouse, our hearts were filled with nothing but pure joy. We knew right then that this place was going to be our sanctuary and a place for others to gather and experience true mountain hospitality.
We're true Appalachian folk who show our love with a good meal, laughter, a helping hand, and a prayer when needed. Our goal is to give you an authentic look into the Addair family and the wonderful craziness that is our blessed life.
So y'all come on in and make yourselves comfortable. We're glad to have you here, and we can't wait to share a little slice of mountain life with each of you. Welcome home, friends. So to get started, to save us a little bit of time, I went ahead and we're going to start the wraps. And then Josh, you want to go ahead and get the pasta boiling?
Sure.
Maybe. Okay. So we're going to put together the mixture and then just assemble the wraps once we get out there. It's going to be the easiest that way. Can you slide a little bit down for Mama? Yeah. So I've got my helpers, cutting board, and that, and then mine. So to get us started, I went ahead and cooked like 8 chicken tenders in the air fryer. I did 2 chicken tenders per person. That was kind of where I went with that. And then some bacon. So I've got that. So we're going to go ahead and get that cut up. What? Can you try to cut this up for me? Yeah? All right. Yeah, so you're going to cut them into just little pieces. Yep. Yeah. Good job, sis. Are you doing it? Yeah. Yeah. You're doing a good job. You just kind of got to make sure it's chunked up. Now, it itches your fingers. So now I got bacon. Do you want to crumble this bacon up? Just crunch it. Yeah. This is about half a pack of bacon. And we're just going to crumble that up.
Good thing we wash our hands, huh?
Yes. That's what she kind of like was looking at her hands like she was going to lick them. And I was like, don't lick them. Don't lick your fingers. All right. So we've got, don't play in it. Let go. All right. So we've got bacon and we've got chicken. Now, what do we need? We do need potatoes, but not for this. Do you know what a BLT has?
You know what BLT stands for? The B stands for bacon. The L stands for lettuce. And the T stands for tomato. All right.
I'm going to try to move a little quick, so I hope that we're not losing you all. But I'm not going to, listen, girl, there's plenty to chop. So I washed our lettuce. I'm just kind of patting it dry. I'm just going to cut this off and give some for Miss Chris. And this is literally going to be probably the whole pack, I think.
Yes, ma'am. You get it? Or did I get it? You want me to pull it up? Let's get you a hair button.
We had it braided. She wanted it braided like mine today, and we did that, and she loved it. And then she took the hair bows out, unwinded it. Let me just chop this a little bit. Give me some of that, girlfriend. Yeah, you're doing a great job.
There you go. You're welcome.
So we have these little tomatoes. I'm not sure how many we'll use. I'll start and then we'll see where it goes. And I'll tell you. So let's start out with 6. Okay, so that ended up being 11 tiny grape tomatoes. So to recap, There's about 8 chicken tenders, half a pack of bacon, half of a package of lettuce, and then 6 little tomatoes. I'm gonna take some tongs and I'm gonna toss this, and that's literally it. And while I'm tossing, I'm looking and seeing if there's any big chunks of things, because if there is, we want to get that gone. It's pretty, pretty, pretty. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this into a container and then get it out of the way. And then I'm gonna show you all how to make ranch.
This year, make unforgettable memories with Family Time RV Rentals in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a week-long vacation, Family Time RVs brings the beach to you. Book your Myrtle Beach RV ocean stay today.
If you have a business and are looking for an interesting way to advertise, email us at addairsfarmhouse@gmail.com.
All right, so the next step, we're just going to make some homemade potato chips. I've got 3 large russet potatoes that we've peeled and washed. I have this. You can do this with a mandolin too. I just have this little thing in here, and I'm going to put it in and just start slicing them out. Applying pressure as I go, making sure that we get them in there. Now, I need this, ma'am. You're silly. So now what Noah's going to do is Noah's going to take them and separate them evenly. And I've got a big bowl of ice water. We're just going to drop them in the ice water. Evenly, sir. What's really cool about this too is, like, when you buy potato chips from the store, we don't even want to talk about what's in those things, you know. With this, you know exactly what's in this. So now everything's going to go in the ice water, and then we're going to let those set for probably at least 20 minutes. The longer you let them set, the better off you are, because all this ice water is just going to pull all those starches out. So,
to recap, we have done the mixture for the wraps, and then we have got the potatoes in the ice bath. What that does, that cold water will draw, I know Josh said that, but it draws out the starches and it's going to make your potatoes crispy. While Josh is chopping stuff for the pasta salad, because you all don't need to see us chop any more things, I'm going to put together the ranch for the wraps. What we're going to do is a 1.5 cups of non-fat Greek yogurt, and then a little bit of water for like the right consistency, and some ranch seasoning. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure how much ranch seasoning to use. So it's going to be a bit of a, I don't know why I did that. Maybe not to get it on the sides. It's going to be a bit of a trial and error.
I thought you mixed that in like yogurt. Okay.
Yeah, yogurt. And to be honest, I may not need any water, but sometimes I do. And I also don't know, I said that, I don't know the measurements of the ranch. It's just I do it till we try it. So, but I've got something here to measure it so I can tell you all what the measurements are. And then, give me old ranchy. All right, so that's 4 heaping teaspoons. we had people over. This is embarrassing. I hope that this is relatable too. But we had people over last week, kind of impromptu. I was just like, hey, Noah was going to stay the night with. He has like 2 people that he stays the night with, and he was going to stay the night with one of them. And I was just like, hey, we've not all hung out in a while. Why don't you guys come over and we'll play games and do dinner? And I went to set everything out. That's 2 more teaspoons. So 6 total is where we're at. I went to set everything out, and I realized that I had no dishes in the sink, but I only had 2 forks. 2 forks in the whole entire house. 2 forks. Josh and I were like, where did they go? So we have no idea. So I had to call this poor girl and be like, hey, on your way, can you stop and get me some forks? Yep, I did that. And she did. She was happy. She actually bought us extra plastic forks. Oh yeah, I was just gonna. It is good. Okay, so 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt, 6 teaspoons of ranch dressing seasoning, and that's it. Ranch dip. It's not all the calories.
This year, make unforgettable memories with Family Time RV Rentals in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Whether it's a weekend getaway or a week-long vacation, Family Time RVs brings the beach to you. Book your Myrtle Beach RV ocean stay today. If you would like to advertise your business during an episode of Addair's Farmhouse, feel free to email addairsfarmhouse@gmail.com.
All right, so now let's make this pasta salad. We kind of have everything prepped, but I want to show you how to make a quick and easy homemade Italian dressing. So right here, I have 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. And then here, I'm going to do, this is minced garlic. It's like a clove of minced garlic, but I'm going to measure with my heart because ain't nobody measuring garlic in this house. Not if I have anything to do with it. Okay, and then we're going to do about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard and a teaspoon of honey. This honey I pick up straight from the honey farm, and it is amazing. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of that. And then I've got Italian seasoning. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate this in to this red wine vinegar. We're going to get this all mixed up. And then, after it's incorporated, I'm going to add slowly 1/2 cup of olive oil. We're going to do a little. Keep mixing it.
That timer was the potato timer.
A little more. Keep mixing. And anytime you make a homemade dressing, please taste it before you just stick it in a salad. Okay, she's good. All right, now I've got my pasta in a bowl, and I'm going to add to it 8 diced, like what I call them as tomatos, into the pasta salad. I have English cucumber, and then a whole onion. Which will go in here. All right, and then I'm going to mix it. Just get a good mix on everything before I pour the dressing over. It looks so fresh. Okay, and now I'm just going to take our homemade dressing. I don't want it to settle. And then I'm gonna pour this right over top and just make sure that we coat everything really well in the dressing. Smells so good. Okay, and that's how quick we threw together this pasta salad. Ready to go. We'll stick it in the refrigerator, might get cold, but it's ready to eat. So our potatoes have set long enough. Now it's time. We're just literally, I have a pan that I've lined with some paper towel, and we're just going to take them out one at a time and lay them flat on the pan. It's a little tedious, but you got to get all the water off. And you'll do these in batches because you kind of have to do the same thing in the air fryer. So what will happen is we'll dry up the first ones. I will get those in, and then I'll start working on the second batch. Okay, I've kind of pressed them dry. Now I got this bowl. I'm going to toss them in. I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil and some seasoning, salt, pepper, and then whatever you want, whether it be like, you know, if you want to do ranch or if you want to do barbecue or whatever, if you're dry rub, just whatever you want your flavored chips to be. You can do literally anything. Toss it in there a little bit, and then I'm going to line them flat in the air fryer, and we're going to stick these babies in. Probably, you want to do it low and slow. So I'll probably do these 307 minutes on each side. Okay? And I'll show them to you afterward. Okay, so we have officially finished up. Super excited. All right, so let me show you how these chopped sandwiches work. Take some, what I'm going to use is this ranch, this homemade ranch that we've made. But we're going to take some of the mixture. I'm going to just throw it in a bowl. I also like this with Italian dressing. That's kind of my preference.
And that's the reason why I didn't toss it all together with it, is because I knew Josh liked Italian before I did ranch. And I don't quite know what it's like. But so I didn't mix it, so we didn't pre-mix it like with all the other stuff.
Okay. And I'm just going to take a spoonful of this and plop it in here. And then we're going to mix it together. Get it all worked in. Something else that's really good in these are like banana peppers and just literally whatever you like or want. Okay, so we're going to take the mixture. I'm going to put it on the wrap. Go that away. This is going to go here.
These are also really good on sub buns, but I like the sun-dried tomato wraps really well, so I think it gives it a little extra something.
Wrap it.
Ooh.
There's that.
Didn't even show the opening of it too.
Oh, you're right. We'll get a close up of the plate. It's done. Everything's all plated. All right. And now there's that. We'll do a little bit of pasta salad.